Welcome to Podcasts, recorded live at the Center for Spiritual Living in Portland, Oregon. We have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at csoportland.org and look under the Online tab. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its video podcast, you can donate online at csoportland.org/donate. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.
SOLBERG, Happy New Year. Oh my gosh. Oh, 2024. We looking for some more, right? I just made that up. You can have it. All right. Good morning to our friends out in internet land. Let's all stand together and sing our opening song. And it's this fun song by Eddie Watkins Jr. It's kind of a bossy song. It just kind of lets you, tells you kind of what to do. And feel free to do it if you so desire. If you don't, fake it till you make it. Okay. All right? All right. Hey! Gives us a chance to rejoice and bring in the new year with movement and joy. Yes? Yes. So if you follow along with the ladies, we can do it together. So take a look at the person next to you.
Look at the person next to you.
Say, I recognize the God in you.
Recognize the God in you.
Now feel the love in the sanctuary.
Feel the love in the sanctuary.
Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together in the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. Do you have it? All right, find your parts. Find that space in your heart. Are you ready? Now take a look at the person next to you.
Look at the person next to you.
Say, God loves you and I love you too. God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary.
Feel the love in the sanctuary.
Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. From every walk of life, every walk of life, every creed and color,
every creed and color.
In kinship we unite as we recognize the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you.
Look at the person next to you.
Bow and namaste to you.
Bow and namaste to you.
Feel the love in the sanctuary.
Feel the love in the sanctuary.
Do you feel it? Lift your voice and repeat after me. Yeah. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of, hey, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Yeah. All right. We've got a whole month to get this thing. All right. Bless you. You may be seated.
We come together, friends, in love. A happy new year. It is a new day. It is a new dawn. Just take a moment to savor how good it feels to be in spiritual community. To wake up and say, yes, I choose the good. We welcome you to the Portland Center for Spiritual Living. We are a science of mind community that practices spiritual principles to transform your life and make the world a better place. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. All we ask is that you stay open to the possibility of changing your entire life simply by changing your mind. It's true, you can. Amen. My name is Sean A.B. Larkin. I serve as a licensed spiritual practitioner here at the center. It is my honor to welcome each and every one of you here today. If you are new to the center and in person, there are welcome packets on the table in the back of the sanctuary. They look just like this. And for our global community, this same information is available on our website, cslportland.org, under the About Us menu tab. Either online or with this packet, you'll find a great deal of information about who we are, what we stand for, and how we might serve you on your personal spiritual journey. On the website, you can also sign up for weekly emails that detail our events. You can also register for classes and even get a free gift on your birthday. So check it out. No, it's good. It's good to laugh. I'm feeling it. I got some announcements. This upcoming Wednesday, we have our second Wednesday night meditation of the year, but it's being facilitated by our very own practitioner emerita, Kate Barrett. The title is The Way Spirit Works, and we are invited to experience the truth that your thoughts and emotions are necessary for Spirit to create. This meditation will be at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Zoom, and the link is on our website, so please join us. I'm now going to highlight some of our upcoming educational opportunities. It's a new year, a new term, and there are a great deal of classes. So we have our Foundations class. This is going to be an 11-week term from Monday, January 8th through March 18th, 6 to 9 p.m. on Zoom. This class presents a new spiritual principle each week and a spiritual practice to support that principle. And this way, across the term, you'll experience what we teach as a creative process, moving through various aspects of your life with each of these principles that we talk about. This is typically the first class we recommend, so if this message speaks to you, this community enlivens you, and you want to say yes to that next step, this is the right class to take. This is the foundation of the Science of Mind teaching. We also have our Advanced Consciousness Studies, term 2 of 3. This is a 9-week term, Thursdays, January 18th through March 14th, 6 to 9 p.m. on Zoom. And in this Advanced Consciousness course, you will be guided on a journey toward what it means to practice the science of mind while being fully human and fully divine, because we're here to do both. That's the trick. And the theme for term 2 is consciously choosing. And last but not least, this was actually my favorite class that I took. We now call it the Mystical Path, formerly Practical Mysticism. This is 7 weeks from Tuesday, February 6th through March 19th, 6 to 9 p.m. And this is co-facilitated by Reverend Marilyn Sprague and by practitioner emerita Kate Barrett. And in this, you'll learn that the mystical path is a journey into the principle of oneness. And in this course, there is an opportunity to study the perspective of a mystic and expand awareness of the divine presence in your life. If you're not sure what a mystic is, you might just be one. Take this class and find out. So I invite you to take a look at our website. where you can see all of these opportunities and more under the Education, Events, and Programs tab. And a reminder, all of the times are Pacific Standard Time. Now I'm going to invite up one of the pillars of our community, Debbie Pettijohn. Let's give her a hand. One of our elders, one of the pillars of our community. So I think you need a mic, so let's get you mic'd up and tell us what's going on.
Post or something.
You
A pillar of
are
the community.
more than a post. You are a spiritual being that, let's be real, if there was no Debbie Pettijohn, there might not be a PCSO.
Oh, come on. Thank you, everybody. Oh, you're going to make me cry.
Good.
Oh, I love you all. Thank you so much. I'm just here to give a couple announcements. So we have, in case you want the Science of Mind magazine, it's now published on a 2-month format, and it's in our bookstore, so that's available. And then today is the last day to get your word for the year, which I wanted to say, by the way, that you can take one of these that's wrapped in Christmas paper and just, if you want to give it later in the year for somebody's birthday or something, put some other color paper on the top of it. It works that way. I just wanted to share what fun words I got this year. Laughter was my first one.
Okay.
Love it. Kindness was the second. And the best of all was receive.
Ooh.
So they're still only $3.50. They're being sold in the bookstore. Susan and I are happy to help you purchase that. And then finally, Reverend Ruth Miller has brought more of her wonderful books. They're at the table right in front of the sound booth and available for purchase. And Kat Hooker is going to be manning that table or womaning that table or whatever. Anyway, thank you all. It's lovely to be here. So happy to see so many, wonderful faces. Yeah, and online too. I know all of our wonderful online people.
Very good.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you so much, Debbie. Going to give a shout out. We're very blessed right now. We have licensed practitioners. Annette Bolster and Nadine Moeller are serving on High Watch right now. If you're not sure what this means, that means literally right now they're in a state of meditation in unity with Spirit, bridging that gap from the divine to the world, because there is no gap. And they're holding all of us in that sacred container of consciousness. So thank you, those practitioners in sacred service. Our special music today features our very own music director, First Lady of Blues of Portland, Oregon Music Hall of Fame member, LaRhonda Steele. Anytime someone asks me, so harmony is a spiritual principle? I'm like, have you heard LaRhonda sing? Have you heard our other people sing? Harmony is a spiritual principle. And I get as much out of their music as I do the messages, as I do the meditation. That's why we need all of it together. And backing LaRhonda is our friends band. Week in, week out, they let Spirit flow through them, through those instruments and into our ears, and it is good because it is the oneness expressing itself as harmony. Today's message, the Grand Rising. I'm very excited. We are blessed to have Reverend Dr. Ruth Miller here today. So honored. Last but not least, my favorite announcement. Our flowers today are courtesy of Kat Jacobs. Stunning. Oh, I gotta. Yeah. That's good because that's God. God loves us so much. God's like, what if I make things that just burst out of the ground with beauty? Would that be okay? And I'm like, yeah, that's great. Let's get more of that. So if at some point during today's service, sometimes things come up. Emotions might present that we're ready to release or that we're ready to move past. I invite you in those moments of challenge to look at these flowers and know that that beauty is actually a reflection of what's in you. Beauty is a spiritual principle, and it can help us heal and reveal. So thank you for those flowers, Kat. All right, friends, I'm going to invite you to sit back and relax, because I know that somewhere between the music, the meditation, and the message is exactly what your heart came to receive.
So I'll take a breath and relax into our quiet meditation time. We have a new meditation song today. God is, I am, right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am, right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am, right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am.
Yes, right here, right now, God is where we are. Because there is only one thing, that one power, that one presence. It is life, it is love, it is consciousness, it is beauty, and it moves through each one of us because we are a part of it. Thus I know in this new year, with this grand rising opportunity, there is a clarity of vision that we all have. And we can relax into it because that vision, it's God's truth moving through each one of us. And this is good because it's God, realizing right through each one of us the path forward that is easy, balanced, and graceful. And with great gratitude, I release this prayer into the action of the law of one, knowing that it is done. And together we say, and so it is. And as we relax into our time of meditation, I invite you to find within yourself that place where you are one and know that all is well.
Welcome back from the silence. This morning, I have a song by Mr. Colton Avery, and it's called "All We Want Is Love." The chorus is beautiful and simple, and I invite you, if you feel so moved, to join me and Jim and Ken as we sing it together, okay? Yeah. We all want to belong. We all want to be heard. We all want to be free. Wanna feel safe, yeah, far from the dark. We all want to be lost, be a part of the spark. We all wanna be free, wanna feel safe, yeah, far from the dark. All we want is love. when you're lost in your mind and you wanna go home. You cursed at the sky, you search for a sign, and you feel so alone. Oh, I hope you remember that every dusk turns to dawn. You are free, you are safe, it's been there all along. All we want is love. All we want is love. Oh, I know you can feel it. Oh, why? 'Cause it sets us free. I know you can feel it. Love is all you need. Love is all we need. Love is all we need. All we want is love. All we want is love. Love. All we want is love. Love. All we want is love. Oh, love, love. Hey.
Woo! I'll take what she has. Yes, you didn't miss a thing.
All right.
It's perfect. My goodness, woo! How grand. And aren't we all rising? Yes. And that's what this year, of all years, throughout the centuries of human experience, is about. The grand rising. Now, it turns out that some folks were being a little upset, concerned, because in our world where people are rapping and poeting a lot, I've never done that before, poeting. Poetizing? They were hearing something in the phrase good morning that didn't work for them because they thought it meant morning. Right? Morning, morning. And we've been doing a lot of that in rap and hip hop and, like that. So they're choosing to say, as they're rising up in the morning, grand rising. Right? And it becomes a spiritual affirmation. It's a grand rising. The sun is rising. I am rising. Consciousness is rising. Humanity is rising to become the divinity that we are. Yes. Yes. And that is why it's on the cover of Science of Mind this month. And that is why that was the theme for the very first Sunday in 2024. I've got a hollow thing happening. It's kind of cool. So this thing has been going around slowly but steadily, primarily in the African American community, which is really cool. And a bunch of kids were hanging out in the homeless shelter in Oklahoma City. 5 guys were sharing a room. And a couple of them saw this thing on TikTok where people were suggesting, you know, you don't have to say good morning anymore. You could say grand rising to people. And I kind of like that. So they went to the staff at the homeless shelter and they said, can we do this? Can we shift from saying good morning to grand rising? And the staff kind of went along with it. And so 3 out of the 5 guys that were sharing this one room started using this. And they started creating vision boards. And they started thinking about what would a grand rising from being in a homeless shelter look like. Yeah? Yeah. And they started picking up on the idea of affirmations. This strange notion, you know? That if I say what I intend to experience in my life and in the world, I might actually experience it. Now, many of us have been taught not to do that. We've been taught literally not to name what we hope for. Right, that's an act of pride, right? How could you be so prideful? Who do you think you are? Well, we know. We know that who we truly are is the I am. God is I am, right? God is I am. It's all one, yes? So when we allow ourselves to do what Emma Curtis Hopkins says, which is to commit ourselves to that which we most hope for, an amazing thing happens. Now, some of you have seen a quote out there. It's a couple paragraphs long. It's supposed to be something that Johann Goethe said. He only said one sentence in it. A guy named Bill Murray wrote a book, and it was in the introduction to the book. But basically it says, that which we are committed to, fully committed to, the whole universe aligns to bring forth. And we know this as the law of the word. As I speak the word, I think the word, I feel the word. That's the radiant I am for some of you who know Hopkins' work. I am the word, and I become a radiating tower of this idea, of this possibility, of this hoped-for experience. And as I radiate it, what begins to happen? The world around us begins to demonstrate what we are radiating. And then it starts coming back in more and more forms and ways and people. And this becomes our experience. A grand rising for each of us. And what is happening today in the world is it's happening for all of us. And sometimes that feels really wonderful and sometimes not so good. Because there's these old thought patterns and these old habits that we kind of have to say, I like you, you were wonderful, no longer, bye. We release them. But they've been bringing experiences in alignment with them because we have spoken them and said them and thought them and felt them for so many years. They have been bringing us the experiences. And so we sometimes experience those old thoughts, even when we think we're focused on the thing that we are hoping for. Sigh. So we negate them. We realize that whatever is coming up that doesn't appear to be in alignment with that which I have claimed, which I hope for, is an appearance based on past thinking, not the current reality. The reality with a capital R is God. As Sean reminded us earlier, God is in all beings. God is all beings. The one is expressing as all things and beings everywhere. So it's all good. So if it doesn't appear to be good, something's screwy in my own thinking. I don't think I've used my perceptual framework image here. This is how we all see the world. This is the thoughts we were trained to experience when we were 2, 3, 5, 7. And then we added a few when we were 13 or 20. All right. So what we are beginning to do, especially in Centers for Spiritual Living and some unity churches, is we're beginning to dissolve those old limits and blocks to our good. And I get to see the world as it truly is. And what begins to happen is it begins to be more and more heavenly as I understand heaven. It can't be anybody else's understanding of heaven. It has to be mine because I'm seeing it, right? Right. So if someone in some book somewhere said, this is the perfect world, maybe. What is it that my heart is hoping for? So when I was in graduate school and I was being a futurist and all that good stuff, I made it a point to read all the utopian novels and descriptions I could find. I could find about 150. And that included Star Trek. Cornucopia economy, yes. Everybody getting along and moving together, yes. Yes, and people being, yeah, anyway. So as we allow ourselves to explore possible utopia, utopia is a wonderful word, it means good, EU means good, topia means place, but U without the E also means no. So a utopian description is describing something that doesn't exist but would be good. So we don't want utopias. We want what is defined in the Bible as heaven on earth. In fact, as heaven merging. For those of you who do the Course in Miracles, it's very, very clear. It's the end of earth over here and heaven over here, and the beginning of the two merged. That's where we are in human history. Can you believe that? Please believe that. Thank you. Really, I mean it. Believe that, because every mind that is aligned with that idea is helping to bring it forth. A lot of you have heard of Rupert Sheldrake, not Murdoch, Sheldrake. Sheldrake's theory of morphic resonance, the morphogenic field concept, right? So every cell in my body has its own little field, and they're all in harmony to make this being here, which is its own resonant field. And we're all in harmony to make this resonant field. And everyone who resonates with us all over the world is part of this field. And then this field is part of a larger field, part of a larger field, part of a larger field. And ultimately, it's what we call the one. And somewhere between the totality of the one and the individuality of the person is what we call the field of humanity, the mind of humanity. And we are, each of us, the ocean in a drop of the mind of humanity. The totality of the mind of humanity is in each of us. And the field of morphic resonance means that as each of us accept the possibility of heavenly, earthly experience, all humanity is moving in that direction. And it is moving in that direction. I continue to do some work as a futurist, and I'm continuing to track a set of trends. And I got to tell you, don't pay attention to what the media is telling you. All right? There's a lot of glitches in the process because, well, we've all got those old thoughts back there trying to show up, right? Whenever we get hooked by them, we release them. Whenever we see something that disturbs us, disgusts us, we release the thought and we know the truth. God is, I am. It's all good. Yes. What we want is love, What we are is love. What is unfolding around us is love. Yes, right? And love in all its marvelous forms, working together, playing together, being in union with the divine, being in union with others, right? All of that is love. The roses, yes. The music, yes. It's all love. And that is what we're all aiming for. And when we all accept that, then we get to experience it in this wonderful mutual interdependent web of life that is in the physical. Yes. So we are now rising. And it is a grand rising. Individually, collectively, and for all humanity. And now I'm going to take it the next step, for all time. Not just a moment, not just a few hundred years, for all time. Because what's wonderful about fields is that they exist across all time and all space. And for those who buy into the multiverse theory, which I tend to, across all universes. Because that resonance is throughout all. There are no limits. No limits. So remember what I said about that which you could most hope for? The greatest you could hope for? There are no limits. No limits. Who we are is limitless. We cannot be limited by any old thoughts, time, space. We are infinite beings. So don't settle for a limited idea, because you won't be satisfied and you'll be justifying the Buddha's first noble truth. No thing ever fully satisfies. It can't. We're limitless. How could something limited ever fully satisfy? It may meet the need of the moment. It may fulfill a childhood or an old desire, wish, readiness. It may assist us along our path, but it cannot satisfy us forever. And at some point, that sense of dissatisfaction does come in. That doesn't mean it's not good. It's what Lloyd C. Douglas used to call the divine restlessness. Yeah. In the Big Fisherman, if any of you remember reading that from decades past. The divine restlessness that moves us to our next level of limitless being. If I have been limited in any way now, I'm going to be moved. I can't help it. It's the nature, believe it or not, it's the nature of heaven on earth. To be constantly rising in our consciousness, to become more fully who we truly are, to experience more and more completely that limitless one that is all that is. Oh my. Oh my. Yeah. We get to take that in. And then when the old thought patterns come in and say, yeah, really? I call them the yabbits. They come back. The yabbits. But what's really, really cool is every time that I can say, you know, thank you very much, but you don't serve me anymore. Goodbye. Most of it goes away, and there's only a little bit left. I call it the 80-20 rule. 80% goes, now I got 20%. Next time it comes up, 80% goes, now I got 4%. Next time it comes up, 80% goes. Now I got 0.16%. And that time, usually I recognize it before it hits me. And then I can go, yeah, ignore that, negate that, dissolve that. Not true. Windshield wipers. Not true. Because what is real, capital R real, is heaven and earth are merged now. And we are rising into the experience. Thank you very much.
Basking in our grand rising together. Yeah, I think we're going to start saying that. I like that a lot. I'm feeling that divine restlessness. Yes, very good. All right, friends, now is our time of sacred giving. Thank you so much for your gracious giving. Your financial gifts enable us to be in this beautiful space, to enjoy our wonderful music, to hear inspirational speakers, to provide online viewing to our global audience, and to support the community nonprofits around us that do good work. Your gifts allow this powerful teaching to be known, so we can continue to grow and be an expression of spirit in this world. Will the ushers please step forward? Thank you. Let us now accept and bless our offering together as call and response. I bless these sacred gifts.
I bless these sacred gifts.
Given graciously with love.
Given graciously with love.
These gifts bless, heal, and prosper all they touch.
These gifts bless, heal, and prosper all they touch.
In giving, I am grateful to be richly.
In giving, I am grateful to be richly,
Lavishly.
lavishly,
And abundantly blessed.
and abundantly blessed.
And so it is. And now please welcome again our musicians as we receive your offerings.
I love that. Grand Rising. Thank you for the history of that. I had heard that, but I didn't know where it originated. Of course, Oklahoma. Come on. Beautiful. And I've just got to say this, but when you say Grand Rising, doesn't it feel so much better than good morning? Yes. Grand Rising. Ooh, that's just a level of excitement. What are we going to do today, Lord? God, yeah. What kind of, yeah, okay, anyway, let's do this song. Yeah. One power, yeah. One power, one power. One power, one power, one power. You can sing it with me if you know it, right? One power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. There's one power indescribable, yet we speak of it with every word we say. It's mysterious until we know the truth. It's as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Bahamula, angel's wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. It's one power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. But we'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Heaven and earth together, yeah. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Bahamullah, Hashem, or Heaven's Door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, and it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. It's one power. Oh, one power. That's what we are. Oh, one power. One power. Yeah. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all the nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for its love that's most deep. It's one power. One power. One power. It's what we are. Is one power. One power. One power. Yes, it's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. Yes, it's the power of love in you and me. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Daniel Neymar. Thank you, Spirit, for this song. Yes.
Oh my goodness. One power indeed is moving through us, isn't it? Yes. Through us, as us, for us, and for all. Yes. Thank you so much. So if you're ready to make a shift right now and you want a little support, come up right afterwards and get that support from the practitioners. They're available at the front of the platform at the end of the service. And we also have prayer requests in the back. And if you're online, you can you can submit your prayer request at cslportland.org. Yeah? Yes. And all of those are distributed to all the practitioners who work on it through the week. Are you ready for our benediction? Yes. Stand. One power. That's something wonderful. Something wonderful is flowing through me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. And life is in all my affairs. I think it. I believe it. I accept it. I am it. Just the way I am. Yes. Thank you, life. Woo. So know with me now that you are one with the divine. You can never be alone because the divine is all that is. That presence of love is working in and through and as you all the time. So anytime that you begin to forget that idea and forget that feeling, simply go within. Go within and remember, feel that place where you know you are always loved, for so it is.
Thank you. So we have our closing song. The lyrics are on your the yellow sheets. Some of you are new to Science of Mind, and some of us remember this song from many moons ago because there's limitless time. There's peace on earth. Yeah, let's sing that together. Yes, please. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me, and this is the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. That is the truth.
We hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you happen to be in the Portland, Oregon area, we'd love to have you visit in person. The Portland Center for Spiritual Living is located at 6211 Northeast Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Our inspirational service is at 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. We have a variety of content dedicated specifically for our podcast listeners. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its podcasts, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Our website is also the place to learn more about what's going on at the center or to contact us. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.